Now, Jessica Gomes, what about this? She looked absolutely radiant on the runway this week as the new fresh face of David Jones, and we had her in the studio here last week as well.
She is an absolute babe, and this story really makes me angry. The model has received an onslaught of criticism for not being skinny enough. For more, we're joined by body image expert Danni Miller. Danni, one person even remarked that Jessica should have hit the gym before this show. I mean,
it's crazy,
what is
isn't
going
it?
on?
Well, look, we already have an incredibly genetically gifted, beautiful woman who's parading herself as a professional, and yet even she is not above reproach. And what really concerns me as someone who works on the ground with thousands of young women in Australia is the message that it sends to teen girls in particular. Because if she's not good enough and she's being criticised, what hope do they have? And at the end of the day, what we really would ideally like to see from the fashion industry is more diversity, not this incredibly narrow definition of beauty that we've been seeing for so long.
I'm so sick of people looking at models like Jessica Gomes and saying, oh, she's curvy. No, she's not curvy. She's probably underweight if you put her on the proper BMI. What do you think, Ben?
Well, let's put this in perspective, though, a little bit. No, I haven't read all of the detail, but from what I understand, this was one person who overheard a couple of random people at a fashion parade making snarky comments. No. But you're always going to have losers at a fashion parade making snarky comments because that's their life. They work in the fashion business.
And the industry is incredibly critical, particularly of the female shape. I mean, the ideal shape for the fashion industry is the coat hanger. They want women who will look like hangers.
The jutting bones.
And I think Ben's got a really good point that, in a sense, we're almost, hyping this up by discussing it in the media and therefore really sort of reinforcing the notion that perhaps there was something wrong with her body. However, in saying that, I think it's really important and timely to take stock of the way that we do tend to compare women. I think it's often being compared perhaps to Miranda Kerr, who had quite a different shape, both equally as gorgeous and stunning. And at the end of the day, we have to realise that these sorts of conversations and this kind of critical dialogue really is impacting in a very real way with young women. And we're seeing eating disorders on the increase, body image dissatisfaction. I mean, it's madness.
Now, I mean, I know where you're coming from, Sarah, 100%, and if it was someone who had come out, someone of note, or someone putting their face or name to it, a politician, Miranda Kerr, someone like that coming out saying she's too big, then I would understand. But these are anonymous. If someone has heard someone else saying it, I mean, God forbid there would be bitter, weird people at a fashion parade.
Well, Jessica's taking it seriously, though, and she's responded publicly to discuss the fact that she thinks it was very unfair. She's also put a picture of herself up on Instagram where she's faceless, just sort of flaunting her body, and she looks stunning, but I think it's a little sad that she put a headless picture of herself in lingerie almost as proof that she's hot, because she shouldn't need to do that.
No, that's right. That's right.
Anyway.
Haters are going to hate.
Yeah.
Gee, to have a body like hers, wow.
We need
I don't think you've got anything to complain about either.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that, but she is just a gorgeous girl.
Yeah. And you know what,
she has
we
a
all
brain
have
as well,
And we all have our own
smart
individual beauty, and I think the more we as a culture recognise that women don't need to be coat hangers and that diversity is something that we should embrace, the better off we'll all be.
Good on you, Gomesy. We're behind you 100%. Danni, thank you.
Thank you so much, Danni.
Okay.